Yup, it's TMZ Verified, the podcast. I'm Wild.
I'm Steph.
And I'm Chantal.
Okay, y'all.
Hi.
Hello.
We got a new drop date. If you guys are wondering why y'all missed us on Wednesday, it's because we got a new date.
Thursday's in the house.
Thursday's in the house. Friday
Thursday's
Eve.
the vibe.
Yes. Look, y'all was missing us on Tuesday.
I live for
the club
Thursday.
is normally going up on when? Wednesday? Wednesday's our normal post day.
Tuesday.
Oh.
Wednesday?
The club's going up on a Tuesday is like the original phrase.
No, I mean our club normally goes up on a Wednesday.
Correct. Now we're going up on a Thursday.
Yes. So we'll be up on Thursday. Just forget all of that.
Thursday.
We'll be up on Thursdays in case y'all was missing
I love
us,
it.
but we're back. Okay?
I love
Yeah.
it. I love
All right.
Thursdays.
All right. Something a little less exciting and smiley. Steph?
Yeah. I have some sad news. Authorities confirmed that body recovered from submerged vehicle is in fact Kiely Rodni. As we know, the search for Kiely Rodni has taken over the internet and headlines with concern for where exactly Kiely and her car could be. We updated you last episode with details of where 16-year-old Kiely was last seen on August 6th near Truckee, California. The Placer County Sheriff's Office confirmed that the body inside the submerged vehicle was in fact Kiely Rodni. And cops say they're in contact with the family, of course, and an investigation is ongoing. But the craziest part about this whole thing is that YouTubers from a YouTube channel called Adventures with a Purpose use sonar equipment to find her and the vehicle. And cops say that they did search the area as well, but they're not sure how the car was missed. And then they did say that water levels have dropped since they did their search, so they're kind of saying that's the reason why. But it is crazy that these YouTubers found Kiely Rodni after this worldwide search of worldwide concern about where Kiely Rodni is. And police have not said why Kiely ended up in the car, in the lake, of course, or if foul play was suspected, but they're investigating it.
Yeah, it's a very sad story.
It's a horrible story. Prayers to Kylie's family, and at least they can have the closure of finding her body, and it's no longer a mystery, but rest in peace, Kiely.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Also,
That's
I don't know how
horrible.
Dog the Bounty Hunter keep getting involved in everything, but dog, mind your business.
I think if he could have found her, that would have been a great...
Okay, because he did a great job finding Gabby Petito.
He did not,
Okay.
but I'm saying if... I
think he means
I'm
well.
all
He
for
means well.
Yeah, I'm all for everyone
But
trying to
dog,
find...
it's giving thirsty a little bit.
I understand, the clout chasing a
It
bit.
is a little
That makes,
thirsty,
totally.
yeah.
But I do think his intentions are good. I support everyone trying to look for somebody. So I like that he was trying to get involved. But yeah,
Maybe he could get involved in people who aren't in cases who aren't as publicized to try and find them.
yeah, that'd be great. Dog, if you're watching, start doing the undercover cases.
Yeah. All right, Chantal, what you got?
Okay, so my story is also pretty heavy. Trigger warning, I'll be talking about drug use and eating disorders. So if you don't like that, just skip to wild section in a second. So on Wednesday's episode of Call Her Daddy, Demi Lovato got real about a lot of stuff. She talked about the first time she started experimenting with drugs, and she was 12 or 13, had gotten in a car accident and apparently was prescribed opiates. And after that, she says that she drank heavily in her teens, was taking various pills between 15 and 17, and then started taking coke at 17, which eventually led to her near fatal overdose. During this whole time, because she's also very publicly struggled with an eating disorder, apparently she alleges her management really went to extreme lengths to control her and went as far as barricading her inside her hotel room to prevent her, without a phone, without any access to food, to prevent her from binging. And Ellen DeGeneres actually confirmed this happened, or this level of control was present, because when Demi was a guest on her show, apparently all sort of sugar had to be taken out of her on-set dressing room. So really, really shocking, horrible revelations. And this is all part of her current press tour for her new album, which is already getting a lot of attention because of 29, which is allegedly about her relationship with, or suspected to be about her relationship with Wilmer Valderrama.
Yeah, I liked it.
So there's a lot happening. It seems like she's processing trauma from her childhood and her teens now that I think she just turned 30 recently. What do both of you think?
Obviously, eating disorders is a very touchy subject, as well as drugs, especially when you're young. But I feel like more than ever nowadays, the childhood star truth is really coming out. We got Jeanette McCurdy coming out with her book, telling the truth. We got Demi Lovato saying what she experienced when she was a young teen star. I wonder how many more teen stars like this has happened to, but maybe they're not as public about it or didn't struggle as hard. But yeah, that's definitely on my mind recently. Like, oh, what else is like undercover going on right now?
Yeah, or maybe if they were so traumatized, they don't want to relive it publicly. And
Right.
like how many cases like that are just like they want to deal with it privately and then just move on with their lives. We're never going to know.
Demi's always going through something.
How did you know?
Because I feel that too
You,
a little
it's
bit, but I
just
don't
like,
want to be
and then let me
insensitive.
just I was going to say, let me just make it very clear. Like, this is not me trying to be insensitive.
Right.
I think that it is great that Demi Lovato has come out and kind of exposed or at least discussed what she experienced through her like child stardom and all those types of things. But Demi Lovato is annoying as hell. I don't care who is offended by that, but like, I am just tired of hearing Demi Lovato. Like every other day, Demi Lovato is like, it's just like, god damn. I'm never gonna forget that time Demi Lovato tried to call out that shop that was selling the
yogurt, frozen yogurt.
Oh,
yes.
It was just like, ah.
They have
So I
great yogurt.
completely agree with you.
And then it's like
wholeheartedly.
once she goes in, last year she drops this documentary, she talks about how she's, sober. And then at the very end, she goes, well, I'm actually California sober. And it's like, Demi Lovato, nobody has time for you to be playing or fiddling around with these very important issues. And I think that that's, at least from my perspective, it almost seems as if Demi Lovato's disclosure of any of these things is almost always convenient for whatever she has going on at the time. And it's just like, nobody is saying that Demi Lovato did not experience these things. I'm not trying to take away from her experience and all this. But at some point, I would it's kind of a burnout. Like, and I don't
totally
know where that, like, I don't know.
And I'm always the person who really feels for like anyone who's going through a hard time. It doesn't matter what it is, but I really want her to be more sensitive to other people going
That's what
through
I'm
these
saying.
things. That's
Yes.
what I'm
Like-
saying. Like, we're not being insensitive here. We're just saying at some point, it's like, what exactly are you going? Be an advocate for these things without it being an advocate for every single
Yeah.
thing, because then people don't take it seriously.
Yep.
Not that she's not going through all these things,
Exactly.
but sometimes, I just feel like sometimes it's overwhelming for people who are actually struggling,
actually
who
living
don't
with
have the platform.
resources and the platform to just jump and be like, I'm this, I'm that, I'm going,
Yeah.
and it's just like, again,
I can see both sides, but really I feel you on that.
Yeah.
Totally.
And I would like to hear more about like what is she doing to help, communities teens who have these drug use issues or eating disorders. Is she using her platform to advocate them, but is she, donating to one organization or does she have her own maybe this information's out there, to be fair, but I haven't heard a lot
Yeah.
about it. So for that to
Right,
be
that's
more
not the main
public-
thing in the public,
Yeah.
right?
For that to be, a big part of her going forward would be an interesting thing to learn more about.
I will say though, I'm a hardcore Demi Lovato fan though.
Same.
Like throwback from like Camp Rock.
Oh,
Like,
Camp Rock. Mitchie was my life.
I love Demi Lovato.
I love
but
her too.
I just,
And Sunny
sometimes
with
she
the
stressed
Pants.
me out.
I really want her to
Yes,
see her
she
do
stresses
well.
me out though. Like,
I really want to see her do well and sort of take a new direction. Like, you don't always need to be, not that she's not going through these things, but like, I don't know, maybe show a lighter side to these struggles. Like, oh, I'm going through this, but now I'm doing this, and this is how you can do it. I mean,
Right,
so many
right.
people look up to her. That's kind of
Yeah.
the vibe I'm going with.
all right, yeah, I feel that. But ultimately, we love Demi Lovato.
We do.
Love her.
Like, yeah, we grew up
She's
with Demi.
I grew up with her. Yeah,
Team
totally.
Demi, Team Demi all day, every day. All right, well, guys, it's been a few years, but I think we can finally say we did it. We did it, Joe. We did it. Joe Biden announced on Wednesday his plan to officially, I don't even want to say cancel, but we'll say forgive
Okay.
student loans for some Americans. So he made the announcement that, right, clap for
Right.
that. Yes,
Literally.
$10,000
This is life-changing.
in federal student loans will be forgiven for most borrowers. Those borrowers will be people who make less than $125,000 a year, depending upon your 2020 and 2021 tax returns. So if you made less than that those years, which like, considering the state of
Yeah,
the country,
like what?
most of us make less than that. And if you got a Pell Grant or if you were Pell Grant eligible when you went to college, that means you essentially were in like economic hardship at the time when you were in college. You will be eligible for an additional $10,000. I
Wow.
mean, boy, being poor
Amazing.
has never been so great.
Oh
Like, but yeah, so the Department of Education will announce details soon on like how you can apply. They did say that some of these forgiveness things will be done kind of automatically, but there will also be an application process for some people. But for now, I think we can all kind of let out a collective sigh.
Yeah, this is great news.
No, for real.
Really, this is so exciting for everybody.
This is so exciting for those people who gave me that money for college because I was never gonna pay those loans. I'm telling you, like that debt was between the federal government and the school because I ain't had nothing to do with that. Not me.
I am taking myself out of the narrative.
I go, yo, thank God, thank you, Joe, for paying them because I wasn't. Like, it just wasn't going to happen. I mean, I'm lying. I'm dramatic. Like,
No, totally.
Right, but like, I still feel
what a great. We need some good news.
We do need some good news,
and this is good.
I will say, I feel like this is almost like a. How do I want to spin this? Like, not a full he's not fully making do on his campaign promises, but he's like, remember I said I was going to do that thing for y'all? Here I go, did a little sham. Like, he ain't, because Joe Biden was running on, we are forgiving student loans. That is my top priority we've been here for 2 years. Almost 3, right? And here I go, still, the federal government still chasing me down for loans that I was never going to pay.
I'm screaming.
He said it though.
I really appreciate that though, so I'm not going to complain.
Yeah, no, I'm still going to complain.
I didn't think we were going to get this.
I did not.
So I am grateful. I'm so grateful.
Way too long, and I was like, "Ain't no way. There's no way."
I didn't think we'd get here, so I'm just going to shut up, sit down, and be grateful.
And I went to school twice, so I'm like, "Come on, bring in the money, man."
What do you think, Chantal?
Well, I think because I grew up abroad and you know where I'm from, college is not so incredibly expensive. So like the amount of money poured into American higher education has always shocked me. And so this is huge news, and I'm so excited about it too.
And I would say there has been some pushback from the opposition. A lot of that pushback is saying that what this move will do is essentially like further inflation in the country because we're forgiving all these student loans and blah, 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 blah. And that's the pushback. First of all, I can deal with inflation later. Right now, I got student loan debt that I ain't trying to pay myself. So bring it on, Joe.
I feel great about it.
I know. I'm like, look, this is a good thing.
Also, I take anything nowadays that's good. I'm like, love it, love it. Like, I'm just trying to be grateful.
Yes, they also did extend the student debt like payment or payment relief that was going on through COVID. They've extended that until January. So it was I think like August, September, or the end of this month actually. But yes, now you got until January. So if you were paying your student loans and you kind of put it off due to COVID, you got a couple more months.
Lean back, relax.
Yeah, but the Department of Education did say that this will probably be the last extension. So save up your coins because you ain't going to have.
Again.
It's the last one you're going to get.
Again,
like,
be grateful for what we got because I didn't think we'd get here.
Right, no,
that makes sense.
Sure. Okay, y'all. Our interview this week, though,
is insane.
It is spicy.
Renee Ash, you know her, the socialite, influencer, and the girl behind this huge story, Addison Rae's father, Monty Lopez. She tells us everything going on with this huge situation. I'm telling you, I know most of the time we say, oh, drama, tea. This is actual drama. She tells us her perspective, and I know I wanted to know exactly how she felt about the situation. I mean, it really does involve around her specifically. You know, it is about Addison, it is about Addison's dad, Monty Lopez, but this is about her and her experience with him. And yeah, we really get into the details. A little context for today's episode with Renee Ash and the major scandal that's happening right now with her and Addison Rae's father, Monty Lopez, and their alleged relationship.
And, you know, we reached out to Monty earlier this month to have him as a guest on Verified. He initially agreed, but then just kind of decided to do whatever, but that's okay. We've since reached out to Monty again, and we reached out for comment, hoping to hear back from him. But let's get into our interview with Renee Ash now. Yep, it's TMZ Verified, the podcast. I'm Wild.
I'm Steph.
I'm Chantal.
I'm Renee.
And we are here with Miss Renee Ash, influencer, socialite. Literally, like, sis, you're popping right now. I feel like there's a lot going on with you, but you're like trying to stay pretty low key. Yeah. Renee, y'all. Renee was kind of at the center of, could we call it a scandal?
It is a scandal.
It's a scandal. I was trying to be politically correct. But Renee was at the center of kind of like this messy situation with Monty Lopez, also known as Addison Rae's dad. Renee's like, I don't say his name out loud, but you know.
I'm trying to avoid bringing too much attention.
I feel that.
The drama of it.
So Renee, that's ended. It's been like a month-ish. How are you doing with all the craziness?
Okay, so where do I start? Death threats every day. 10-year-olds are after me. We're like in a full fight. My mom will get on my Instagram and be like, it's so sad that you do this with your life. You should probably get some hobbies.
I feel like the fiasco around the situation hasn't really ended for you.
And I don't understand why. I really don't get why people are still interested. But I'm in therapy 3 hours a day for 3 days a week. I'm working on my mental health in an extreme way. I'm advocating for other people's mental health because a lot of people have been through this, and I've gotten a lot of messages. Not with him. Well, I'll stay quiet on that. A lot of people have been through this with other people, and they've been thanking me for speaking out because they haven't had a platform to, or they haven't had the courage to. And so it's kind of launched me into like advocating for mental health and women's empowerment.
Can I start from sort of the beginning, the big question that everyone has when it comes to you and Monty's relationship? Was it real for you, or was this just for clout, as the 10-year-olds are saying?
No, it was 1,000% real.
Okay.
1,000% real. I can't say that I don't still have feelings for him.
Yeah.
And what was it about him that made you fall head over heels?
I mean, we all know he's a good time.
He looks like it.
To a certain extent. And we are very similar, but I'm 25, he's in his 40s, you know? So there's...
When you say a good time, I do think about, because it's like, all right, you said you're 25, he's in his 40s. Like, what is a good time? Like, I've never dated somebody that's older than me.
He can keep up. He can keep up with my lifestyle.
Oh, so he'd be like,
Like,
at the
I go
club.
out a lot.
Oh.
Okay.
But then takes it to the next level. And I'm like, hey, what are you doing?
So did he have sort of like a pitch for you when you first started dating? I know in the...
No, both of us were not expecting it.
Okay.
Yeah, how does a 40-something-year-old get a 25-year-old, you're badder than a mofo, and I mean that respectfully. But like, how does that happen?
One, it's called daddy issues. Two, I'm into other guys.
Oh my gosh.
No, but I don't know. I go for personality, which is
Okay.
questionable. And I'm not saying that I'm not bashing anyone, but like looks are not my top priority.
Okay. How'd you two meet?
Through one of my good friends, which like, thank you, girl, for putting me through this. We met through her at a birthday party, and then we just continued to hang out. I don't know. At
So
first, I
when-
hated him. I
Okay.
hated him at first.
Okay. So
I was like, you asshole motherfucker. Like, didn't even introduce himself. But then as we got closer, he got nicer and ended up being very sweet.
did you know that him and Sherry were together?
I'll let the family speak on this, but I was under the impression, and still am, that they are not together and haven't been.
So, you know, once the situation kind of blew up, you came out, you talked about how, you know, you obviously like are regretful because you weren't fully aware of at least what you kind of perceived it as like the real situation. You kind of weren't fully aware of what was going on. You said you had some regret. Have you been able to like personally reach out to Addison or her mom at all just to kind of...
No, we don't speak. I do have a mutual friend with the mom. And so I've heard her side. I'm not going to share that because that's her personal business. But I don't speak to Addison. From what I know through close sources, she is not upset at me. It's just a situation that got blown out of proportion on in multiple ways from multiple people.
I was gonna ask, what encourage you to go public with the situation with your story?
Some videos came out and I got really upset. And so, impulse.
I will say, Renee, I'm listening to your interview and you're smiling and it's like great, you have a bubbly personality, but it seems like a little, you're like hurt by this
Of
almost.
course.
Like, do you
oh my
feel
God,
like
I'm
that?
so sad about it.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, no, I'm like, to my core, like it hurts my stomach.
yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like, I love this man.
I feel that.
This like psycho, crazy, weirdo man.
Can we talk about Renee's life? You said you kind of have like a hot mess ass life, and I'm like, girl.
Oh, yeah.
First of all, same. Okay, what was your life like? The months leading up to that, like who the hell is Renee Ash outside of this whole scandal?
I am extremely social,
Okay.
and I may have a liking for tequila shots. And
I'm like, are we going out after this?
I'm down. I'm like, I haven't eten very much. We can go.
I will be fine.
It's either food or alcohol.
I feel that.
Okay.
So like, what were you doing before kind of all the craziness happened though? Were you?
So I was working in fashion. I was a fine jewelry buyer.
Okay.
Which was really fun. I went to FITM for school, and fashion though is like not what you think it's gonna be. It's
In what way?
it's not glamorous. Besides like getting gifted like fine jewelry, whatever. But it's a lot of just like office work.
Gotcha.
So this whole situation has like launched me into. I also have extreme anxiety, panic disorder, all that fun stuff. So it's launched me into taking care of my mental health, and then kind of taking care of other people's and like advocating for them, which I never thought I'd be doing.
You definitely have a new following. Are you going to take this and sort of run with it when it comes to your career?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of opportunities coming at me that I can't necessarily say right now, but they should be really fun and interesting.
So one of the things that
Maybe a little scandalous.
We love
okay, I mean, how scandalous? Like,
How
would you do
scandalous?
like a reality show? Like, let's say
That's-
Too Hot to
that's
Handle hit
what-
you up, and they were like, Renee,
Something like
because I know
those
some
are in
people
the
over at
works.
some places that
Something like that is
All right.
being put on
That's
my
something
plate.
I would watch.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even know me.
I feel like we don't know you though, so
Yeah,
like
I
that
know.
would be perfect
Okay,
for us
so,
to
like,
get.
You can let's ask other questions not relating to him, and then you can get to know the real. Like, I'm trying to be like, I'm not talking shit. So
No,
Makes
I feel
sense.
that.
That makes sense.
yeah.
So you're not doing the fine jewelry buying anymore. What kind of made you? So, but what was it though? Because I feel like a lot of people we talk to influencers a lot. People have these stories where they're like, I was working a regular ass job, and then you kind of just was like, I don't work a regular ass job. At what point did you make that decision though? Like,
So my company was not happy about the media, and so we kind
Oh.
of decided to part ways.
So you were still working there while you were becoming kind of a bigger
Yeah.
personality.
Yeah. And we decided to part ways because I had run my course there. They weren't happy with what was going on. So it was like an ending that I was kind of expecting and kind of happy about.
Okay, you're kind of happy about it.
Now I have freedom.
So I'm thinking, like, take me back to like 16-year-old Renee. And you're
Oh,
like-
God.
I know, girl. First of all, 16-year-old Wild was drunk, so I'm like dead in the corner. But like 16-year-old Renee.
16-year-old Renee was very naughty.
Um,
Beyond what you're expecting.
Okay.
Wait, so what did? Okay, first of all, what was so naughty about 16-year-old Renee? Like, what were you up to in these streets at 16?
Okay, so in Calabasas, there's not that much to do.
We love a Calabasas girly. We love it.
So there's not that much to do. So you have to come up with your own stuff.
Okay.
So there's just a lot of experimenting.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I was the first to try a lot of things.
Okay.
Wait, back to my
Then I
original.
can report back and say like, hey, here's how it is.
Do you feel like because you grew up in Calabasas though, with like all the like social media people, do you feel like you have like a influencery circle because you grew
My
up in the
friends
space?
from Calabasas are actually really down to earth.
Really, that's
Yeah.
cool though.
Like they're kind of like my rock.
Mm-hmm.
And also, where the fuck have you guys been during all this?
Okay, that's what
Like you're supposed to be my best friends.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. Through this whole experience, have influencers reached out to you? Because Monty is going on social media still. Have people reached out to you about him and what he's currently doing on social media?
Too often.
Okay.
I try to stay away. When on TikTok, I post whatever I have to post, and then I get off
Yeah.
because comments just pop up about me, and I just don't want to read it.
Okay.
Nor do I want to know the bad things or like the things that might hurt me.
Okay.
I feel
So
that, yeah.
I've been avoiding that.
Okay.
It's scary. It's a scary territory.
Yeah, no kidding.
Who's been the most instrumental to like helping you heal in this time and get your life back on track and getting to who you want to be?
My lovely PR team.
Hey,
And
shout out
shout
to
out to
Emma.
And my mom. My
Cool.
mom's been amazing. She like fights 12-year-olds for me.
Oh my gosh, Mom, she needs to. You're her baby.
It's so funny.
All right, so I do want to ask though, what does Renee's career look like? Because you went from 20,000 followers to 50,000. You have a killer PR team at this point. Like, what is the trajectory?
So we're kind of moving into just enhancing my personal brand. There are offers coming my way for reality stuff, which is exciting
That's so
because,
exciting.
like I said, if you want to go out for tequila shots, you will be in for a treat.
Mm.
It might be scary.
It's all right.
Okay.
You see me and Renee like running down Hollywood Boulevard.
Literally.
I was just telling the producer, we were walking in here, and I was saying how I had Cheetos for breakfast.
Mm.
And he was like, why is that weird? And I was like, it's weird because I was in Palm Springs this weekend, and I was like rock climbing, meaning like climbing up a pool that had rocks. I lost all my nails. Okay. In a bikini. I lost all my nails. Had sunglasses on at night.
Mm.
And then I tried to escape everybody. So I took 2 full boxes of like mini bags of chips and ran into my room.
I'm cracking up.
And no, you just wait.
Just in your room.
And this isn't the first time. This isn't the first time I've done this. I've done this in Vegas too. I like ditch everyone. Then I open all the chips and pour them onto the bed, so I have like a medley.
Oh.
So you just sit there like some. Are you lit at this point when you're gone?
Of course.
Gone with
Of course.
Is there anything that you wouldn't do? Like, have you already set forth like these are the parameters? I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that in regards to like entertainment in your career.
I've been offered OnlyFans.
Okay.
I don't think that's a good idea.
So, Renee, we have like 30 more days left of summer. I'll lie. We got like 10.
Oh, my birthday's next month. So
Okay,
like,
what? What are you doing for your birthday, girl?
I randomly booked a trip to London. I like have not invited. Well, I've invited everyone and nobody at the same
Okay,
time.
who you going with?
I have no idea. No idea. But out of this, it's actually really funny. And while we were in Monaco, I met the Tinder swindler girls.
Oh.
And so me and her have
gosh.
become friends, and she's been like a mentor to me during all this. Yeah,
Stop.
she's amazing.
Oh my
And
gosh.
so I told her I'd be in London during that time. I don't know if I will be. Who knows? I like have this never-ending British Airways credit that doesn't go anywhere.
Ooh.
I
Like-
have that too, weirdly enough.
Do you want to buy my nominee? You can go somewhere else. No, like it won't. They don't go anywhere
Yeah, no, I get
besides
it.
the UK, or like whatever. Anyway, so she was like, "Oh, I'll be there too," and
Well,
so like
that's
let's hang
sweet, yeah.
out.
Oh my gosh.
That is so
That's a dynamic
exciting.
duo right there.
But that's like a. How did that happen? Like we met her together.
Right.
Yeah.
So we know you're possibly doing the reality show, which we can't really talk about. We don't know.
We'll see.
We don't know when it's coming to Netflix or when it'll air, but we know it might.
Oh.
We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know. We don't know a lot.
No idea.
Oh, but like the next 6 months though, because I do want to know like what does Renee want to do with her newfound like fame?
I would like to. Here's the thing. Before this, everyone has always been like, why don't you have a book, a podcast, a show? Like, you are the entertainment of everywhere you go. Or, like, I'll get somewhere and they'll be like, holy shit, you're fucking crazy.
No, you do have that like I kind of
I'm like, this is very tame for me. This is not normal.
It's like organized hot mess, and I am literally the exact same way. Like,
but, like,
I only
I don't-
hold it together
you're
in this
not even
room,
getting the
and then
full-
like
I think I'm just a little nervous and you're not getting the full experience. But, like, I'll walk in and it's like, okay, who did you just bring?
Okay.
So everybody's always like, why don't you have a show? Why don't you have a podcast? And between me and my friends, it is a disaster.
really,
A disaster. But like, I hang out with pretty girls.
I feel that.
Everyone's hot. So it's a hot mess.
Really
it would be
quick.
really entertaining to watch.
What is the craziest shit you've ever done?
Oh, I can't say that.
Just say it.
I can't.
Go cut it out if it's too bad.
You're not going to.
No, I will probably not. But just tell us. That's your thing,
I can't. Emma's going to say hell no. That would be my mom. No. Hi.
Oh,
I'm
right.
sorry.
We cannot do that. We're right.
cannot.
Sorry.
Do you have any opinions on Sherry being with Addison's mom being with Young Gravy?
No, I have no opinion. She could do whatever she wants.
What about
Like-
Monty and Young Gravy fighting in a match?
It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever
Okay.
seen. I really don't pay attention to this stuff because I don't want my mind to get consumed.
That makes sense.
But from what I've heard, like if I sleep over at my mom's, I'll wake up and she'll be like, "Okay, so do you want the update or not?" And I'll be like,
Mom. Also, shout out to Mom.
Yeah,
for
shout
just
out to
being
Tracy.
honest. Like,
Shout out to
Tracy is
Tracy.
on it.
Shout out to Tracy. That's so
she's like, "Do you
sweet.
want to know what it's about?" And I'm like, "No, think so."
Mhm.
it's all weird. I don't want to know about it.
Yeah, I know you don't really got an opinion on this because also like you got your own shit going on, but like let's just say in a hypothetical boxing match, Young Gravy versus Monty Lopez, who would win in a boxing match?
Young Gravy, is he like, I don't even know, he's like a shrimp. Like a stick figure, no?
She goes, I'm riding for my man.
Oh my God. I don't know, he seems like a stick figure.
So Monty.
So that's why he won't agree to it, I guess. Yeah, go ahead.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years? That's always my favorite question.
In 5 years, I was like the biggest single girl up until this. And now that I've gotten kind of used to like being with somebody that I enjoy their personality and could see a future with, and I'm getting to the ripe age of 26, I kind of want to find somebody like a partner in crime to like travel, do ridiculous shit with, and then eventually start a family, but like skip the baby years and like have toddlers.
Same. Like,
Okay,
can they? Like, can
same.
someone watch them for 2 years, or like,
you wanna-
is there like a little baby factory you can like,
Or do you-
a little?
Baby
You know what I'm saying?
You want to
Like,
work on this together?
having a newborn baby is like,
Unreal.
and then Steph will
You
watch
wanna
the
have some
baby for the
toddlers?
first 2
No,
years, and
absolutely
then
not. I'm like the worst person.
I think we want them around 4.
that's what I'm saying.
like
It's
pop
like,
them out at 5.
when they can like
Pop
say
them out at
stuff and
4.
poop on their own, like.
Right.
I wasn't
know.
Yeah,
thinking
'cause
that,
otherwise
but
they
like,
just be crying.
I'm not there. I love like tiny babies. I'll take care of y'all.
Okay, perfect.
I'll be
So
Here we
we're
go.
having a
And then
baby,
you're a
and then I'll
baby
hand
sitter.
it back.
And I'll take them out because I won't have any. So I'll take them out with me.
okay, yeah, no, but like I want the chic, like,
I feel that.
no, you're coming to Soho House for breakfast. Like, relax.
With like a little
I can
pair of
get
baby
behind that.
shades, like
Uh-huh.
your baby got to be dressed like an
Oh
adult.
yeah, I got a Fendi email that was like Fendi baby clothes, and I was like,
You're like a little
100%.
early, but like.
should I buy it now?
You're looking at the pregnancy test like, maybe.
All right, Renee Ash, thank you so much for hanging out with
Thank
us.
you.
It was so fun.
I feel like you have to let the people know where to find you because they don't know where to find you. What's your
They
Instagram? I mean, they know, girl. but, like, tell them,
Like,
look,
they
tell them
don't.
again. We're trying to get you.
Also, let me clarify.
Okay,
Ash
go.
is my last name.
Okay.
So like, no stage name here.
Haters gonna hate. Ash
Haters
is
gonna hate. They've been hating since middle school. Ash is my last name to all my bullies in middle school at AE Wright. Is my last name.
Okay.
My Instagram is Renee.Ash. Same with TikTok. TikTok, I'm getting a little more goofy on. So
Bring the crazy to TikTok. They'll eat it up.
And her reality show will be airing. No, I'm joking. We don't know, but
Fingers
We
crossed.
the moment we know, she will tell us.
I'll be back.
Yep.
Perfect. Love
So,
it.
all right, before we literally last thing, you have this platform. It's super big. Any single message that you want to kind of get off to the people. I know you talked a lot, but
Yeah. Focus.
and that's your
on,
camera right there. If you want to say
Okay.
something really profound.
Listen. People have mental health issues. Stop hating on them based off of a story that you heard that you don't have the facts on. And also, if you do have something that you're dealing with, I'm here. I check my DMs every day, all my requests, and I've made some good connections and like gotten a lot of really sweet girls that have been like, I just really need your advice on something.
I feel that.
And I love that. I love that feeling of being able to help out of a situation where it could have gone really south.
Yeah. Wow.
I love that.
So mental health.
Beautiful.
Love it.
I have a lot of articles out about it.
I'm like, snaps
Snaps,
for
yeah.
Renee,
I love
snaps
it.
for Renee. Beautiful,
Call me
beautiful.
Buddha.
Renee Ash, everybody. Thank you so much.
You guys, that interview
Was insane.
That was a lot.
incredible.
That was a lot of info that I needed to know immediately. So I'm glad I know now.
Yep.
Heart racing. That was so exciting.
Mhm.
Well, thank you all for tuning in. You can listen to us wherever you get your podcasts, and do not forget to subscribe to the TMZ Podcast Network on YouTube.
And we drop on Thursdays now. So
Woo!
Thursday,
Yes. Thursday's the
now
new
Wednesday,
day.
Thursday, Friday Eve. We'll see you next
It's
week.
Thursday.
Thursday, gotta get down on Thursday. All right, we're out of here.